Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, Pudgy? Large. Blackball, how you doing? Dimitri? Yeah, I'm full scooter now. I don't know. After seeing Dylan's scooter videos, there'd be no point for anyone to get into scooters. He's I think he's mastered that skill. What's up, Patrick? JMZ. Uh, Rick. I have an entire episode of bike and drink pics at this point. Yeah, I do. Going all the way back to because it was such a pain when I was in Charlotte to try and show anyone stuff. It's really to get used to two monitors to try and do stuff on a laptop is nearly impossible. I just can't do it. It's always hard. You can't see the chat. You can't. Yeah, whatever. What's up, Chris Farley, Dylan? No, yeah. This bandana actually a friend picked up for me in Spain. So yeah, she was backpacking across Europe and picked this up for me when she saw it. She was like, "Oh, you always wear bandanas. I thought you'd like this one." So, hey, what's up, Muskrat? Raymond, did you not get yours, Patrick? Let me know. Let me know if it gets to be a like I don't know, give it another week because Pudgy stuff that one time I sent it took like 3 weeks. Everyone else is getting their stuff in a couple days, but if you don't, I'll send another one. So yeah, just let me know if you don't get it. Like I said, it's not worth me putting the tracking and all that because then I couldn't do free shipping. It's more worth it to lose one or two, unfortunately. Uh, I don't know. The ones I sent to Blackball or the stuff I sent to Blackball didn't even the first time it didn't even come back to me. So whatever. It's kind of annoying, but it's the way it goes sometimes. So Alpine Daydream, Brian Sills from Iowa. What's up? Adventure often. Oh, hey, what's up, Elijah? Yeah, how's it going? Oh, Chris got you got your swag. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't put that together that you were yeah, your Discord name. But yeah, for those that don't know, got some stickers and stuff like that. But really, if they don't get there, just let me know after a little while and I'll send them out again. Like I said, it's the risk you take doing the cheap shipping. They're doing it. I didn't know much about shipping, but non-machinable makes it cost under $1 almost anywhere, even to Canada. So that savings on both our sides makes it worth, like I said, having a couple mishaps. So if you don't get it, in your 3 weeks out, you're probably not getting it. So just yeah, send me a message and I'll send it out again. So yeah, did my did something drop out here? Oh no, still showing a good signal. Obviously, I had to break down, well, not the whole streaming setup, but I took the camera that I shoot the streams with me as a backup camera on the trip, and then the microphone and all my recording stuff just to have. Well, obviously too, because I streamed from the hotel room, so I needed the recorder. So yeah, I'm just making sure everything's working all right. Because first time getting it going back down here. It's kind of nice in general because I don't have to break this down anymore. I just cover up the camera, put something over the computer, and makes it so much better than it used to be when I did it upstairs and had to set every single thing up every single time. So, hey, what's up, Snap Theorem? Yeah, if you're interested in swag, stickers, got the Grab bandanas. Yep, there's a link in there that Pudgy just dropped. What's up, Kevin? Traveling through. How's it going on? How's it going on? This is my first beer, I swear. Oh yeah. Rick asked if I sewed the bandana, which is a joke because I finally set up my grandma's old Singer sewing machine and started to mess with it. This was my latest little thing, this little sunglasses case. So yeah, I'm just very basic stuff right now, just folding over a couple pieces of fabric, sewing them together, put a little, you know, cord with a little, whatever what do you call those things? I can't think of the name. But yeah, this was one of my favorite flannel shirts, and I've worn it out so many times. And I actually had a girlfriend mend it for me, and now it's just like completely in pieces, and I still didn't throw it away. And I'm glad I didn't, because then I just used it to make this little guy. But yeah, the goal is to see if I could learn how to do enough to make a couple like cycling stuff. Me and Aaron and Large are going to try and see if we can make some caps. She has a pattern on Friday. So yeah, I was saying that learning to sew is a cheaper hobby than building a bike every other week. So I can't afford to keep doing that. And I'm kind of maxed out once we'll get into the Team Marin here in a second. But yeah, I don't really think I need to be building more bikes unless I'm gonna try to sell them more. But yeah, I'm one of those people who I like to be tinkering on something or doing something. So maybe making some cycling gear is a way to be doing something without spending money on bikes and filling my entire basement up with bicycles, which is kind of already the case for any of you who have been down here. A couple of you guys have. Well, a few of you guys have. So Kevin, you're in Western PA. Nice. Oh, Kevin, you're in Pittsburgh. Nice. Cinch. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. So see what everyone else is too, and then yeah, I'll get into something about the Marin and something that'll be kind of cool, hopefully for Thursday. But need to find where we started with Summit Perry's interesting concoction. So he first dropped this picture in the Discord. Oh wait, why is everything way off center? Let me whatever we were looking at last time I had this computer going has me all off center. So which is peanut butter whiskey and Swiss Miss hot chocolate. And then he showed his girlfriend's version, which is insane. Look at that. Is that what, whipped cream and cinnamon and graham crackers? I've had that peanut butter whiskey. One of our woman we ride with sometimes was about to go on a bike packing tour and ran into her at the bike shop, and I tasted a little bit of the peanut butter whiskey, which I thought I would not like at all, and actually it's just a little nip, wasn't that bad. So Rick showed his combination. I don't think he actually made this though, did you, Rick? Woodford. Chris has Lost Groove Brewing's Crumbling Herb India Pale Ale. Lost Grove. Did I say Grove or Groove? Lost Grove. JMZ has Athletic Brewing Free Wave. It also looks like you're drying out a tent back there, huh? Or testing out your setup. This mic is pointed way too high. It's large. Got Chocolate Volcano Dessert Stout. What brewery is that? Get in there close. Oh, Heavy Seas. Let us know how that is. If it's, well, you like stuff a little sweeter than I do, but if it's overly sweet or if it's actually decent. Chris said he's still doing dry February. Of course, Chris, you picked the right month, the shortest month of the year, right? For dry. THC, huh? Oh yeah, Canada, right? That's you can. Well, now I forget how many places. It doesn't matter if you. It's just like weed's almost legal everywhere now, right? Let's see where else we're at. Rick, you got some pricey thread bobbins you could sell me? I my grandma still had some metal ones in there, so I don't know what constitute a pricey thread bobbin. I'm sure it's not those because like my machine was that the hers is a Singer 99K, which was made for yeah over 50 years, and they made millions of them. So yeah, I'm hoping our sloppy riding is gone for a little while. As you guys were talking about sloppy riding, as you saw in my last video, it was kind of a mess. Rode with Large last night. We avoided some of the bike paths where it's still slushy, but by today, I have to guess most of the snow is gone. It's rained all day here and been warm, but it's going to get back down below freezing tonight. So I'm wondering what the pass will be like tomorrow for our group ride. If it's going to be too sketchy or what. So we'll see. What else have we got? What's up, William LeBron? Blackball drinking weed again? Did you say you smoked that drink? Is that drink bottled bong water? That'd be so gross. Oh yeah, so you guys have Pudgy. Did you? It must have cleared up for you guys a little earlier. Someone commented. I'm trying to remember who that was. Someone commented who rides the Alum Creek Trail down by Columbus to work, uh, and said it wasn't bad for their commute, and they wrote that yesterday. So yeah, we're look at yeah, Pudgy has some fun. Hey Pudgy, is this the photo you take when you could see your bikes but you're sitting comfortably and don't want to get up and get the cars out of you? I know that's exactly what that has to. Are you sitting? You got to be sitting in a chair somewhere. Okay, here's a better angle. How's that? Malk on the Surly. Nice. Oh, you got your bikes parked in the docking station. What's up, Nathan? How Dylan said Olentangy Trail is straight up City of Lost Atlantis right now. Yeah, if you guys saw that one part of my video, we went through that like water that had all the ice still floating in it. That was so sketchy. I I definitely thought I was gonna go down, but the forehand Rick says the foreground cars add interest. Oh yeah, the bear claw. Let me get the. Oh, there's Dylan. Pudgy in the back. Oh, that was Elijah's brother that took the photo. Did Elijah drop those? Oh yeah, gotcha. Nice. Yeah, Rick. I think you. We talked about tilting the brook saddles up a bit, but I think you went a little too high. But didn't you say that you had it on the trainer in the uneven position? One thing with the trainer and like what I have here is I just put like I have just a 2x6 and a phone book. So when you ride the trainer to keep the bike even, so you don't have to readjust your saddle, just prop up the front wheel with stuff. They sell, you know, they sell like trainer wheel holders. I mean, they're just plastic. Future landfill. Just, I mean, everyone's got something sitting around that you could just stack your trainer on. If you're not using like a fancy uh, one that like lifts your bike up and all that. Is this JMZ? Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. He said it was 40 out and it felt like 75. When me and Large rode yesterday, it was so nice. Stop, sit outside, have a beer, not be cold, you know. Jay Dandy. Patrick said Rick Spikes gives him a high voice just looking at it. Uh, yeah, JMZ and Jay Dandy look like they're riding in the same place, but yeah. What, a couple hundred miles away, probably? Dylan said doing a shakedown ride after swapping out some parts. I should have. It's not like me to forget to grab a beer to start the stream, but I did. So I might have to. You might have to talk amongst yourselves while I run to the fridge. Oh yeah, this got out with Large yesterday. The super wide angle front is because I took this photo with the GoPro. So I still kind of want to get that fork sprayed to match the bike, but I don't know. It also kind of seems like a waste of money, but close out some of these photos. Oh yeah, and then Patrick was talking about the old Pueblo mountain bike race, a 24 mile. I think it was a relay or a one. I was reading the whole description earlier. Now I'm gonna bodge it all, but yeah, he wrote a good description of how the race works on Discord. Check it out. But some cool photos here too. Yeah, the beginning. What did you describe the beginning as? I can't. 24-hour relay race begins with a 400-yard Le Mans start at noon Saturday. That's what we were looking at. And then Patrick said he got lucky and drew straws for the dusk and dawn laps. Oh, look at how amazing that horizon looks. When I was in Charlotte last week, we had a couple absolutely stunning sunsets. I was lucky to get out and capture two of them. Uh, One place, it was so nice traveling with other photographers, because we saw one as we drove across the bridge, and everyone in the car is like, "We have to turn around." Usually I'm just kind of like, "Oh," and we, you know, hanging out and kind of drive by. But here's Malk's early. Traveling through talking about Rick's bike, take the saddle off and just ride the post. The dictionary is useful. Not going to wade into that debate. I dated a woman who was a Mormon, and she actually sent a letter in to like leave the church, even though she hadn't been a part of it for years. And it was like a whole process to like not be recognized as a Mormon anymore, which I never would have known about. I always think like, I don't know, growing up, like, what, as my mom called it, Northern Baptist. You just don't go to church, you're not religious anymore, And then uh, Rusty was saying he's finally getting his bikes built up. For those of you who don't know, moved from Arizona to the Cleveland area. Which one does he have on the stand? Oh, the All City. Yeah. Oh, there we go. What it? Oh, is this a specialized e-bike? Borrowed an e-bike to ride with a racer over the weekend. Oh, nice. Is that the specialized that that looks like the specialized that D Klein rides his e-bike when he uses that one? What is that saddle? Is that just a weird angle? What's going on with that saddle? I'm trying to figure out how that works. Doesn't that get you right in the taint? Creo. Yeah, I think that is the one Decline rides. I'm still trying to figure out what you got going on here. Infinity saddle. I'm unfamiliar. I need to Google that. Yeah, I want to see like the actual like it's one of the most comfortable saddles everywhere. What is it made by Specialized? Who makes them? Or is that the brand? Yeah, what brand makes that? I can't find it. Oh, Infinity is the brand. I'm getting horse saddles when I type it in. Type in Infinity bike saddle. Oh, let me get this web page to fit on our screen here. Hey, what's up, Blake? Interesting. These are all really interesting. Yours looked more extreme than that. Is it just the angle? Like I'm trying to. Where are your sit bones resting? All the way at the back? And it's not that I don't believe you. It just looks wild, you know. I found it, Pudgy. Thanks. 13-month member too. Wow. Disco says he uses it when borrowing bikes because it's super forgiving and easy to set up. And Dylan said no pad needed if the saddle fits well and you ride a lot to build up the butt muscles. I agree. I don't wear padded on almost any of my bikes. Yeah, this is what I've never seen these before. Huh. Sit bones are nested in the empty area. Yeah, it kind of goes against, the what I would know about, yeah, saddles. What's up, Yonda? Oh, speaking of saddles, and Yonda. Whoa. Less than rocket science picked me up this from the bike co-op. Um, they're only $40 leather saddles, obviously a Brooks knockoff. I was interested to see. We were saying it actually looks better than we expected. You could tell the quality is not Brooks like. Can we get some focus there? The rivets are a little sloppy, but it's a decent piece of leather. You could see it already rubbed a little bit from just being in my bike bag for the ride home. Well, maybe you could see if the focus would work. But yeah, I'll be interested. A bike that I'm thinking this could be a cool saddle for, like the bikes I don't ride as much, but I really like the feel of a Brooks. It'll be interesting. We'll see how it holds up, and I'll like report back. Yeah, who knows? So you could see like the workmanship, like they covered up the saddle loops with the leather, so it's definitely not Brooks or like what's the French called Gilbertude, Bertude quality, but yeah, interesting nonetheless. And for $40, a leather saddle, we'll see. I'm reading about the Infinity saddles. Well, you guys are. Let's see. Yeah, the super pricey, $347. Yeah, it suspends you on your soft tissue, huh? Yeah, I'm not gonna knock something I haven't tried. It sounds crazy to me, but yeah. Patrick, member for 13 months as well. Wow, banana split saddles are not as good as bananas. Let's see what the other. I want to see what the other ones look. This is yeah. So 297, 337, 390. So yeah, definitely pricey, but huh. Yeah, that's interesting. Something I have not seen before. Yeah, those are wild. Those are super wild looking. It's funny, Brad. What kind of HR Geiger saddles are these? Oh, Yonda said he's ridden one. He didn't like them. Well, like I mean, we've talked about this on this stream a million times. You can't recommend saddles to other people unless you've talked to them about stuff a lot. Everybody is different. Like I said, I'm a Brooks B17s guy all the way, but yeah. Oh, Patrick, you said you got one of the Pearson saddles on eBay. It's definitely not Brooks quality, but you'll probably ride it around a while around town. Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. It'll be, you know, like even the Peugeot build that we build on the stream, which I might get to tonight. I was thinking that would be like a perfect bike, a bike I intend to ride once in a while. So still hoping it will feel like a Brooks. It's shaped just like the B17. Looks like the Brooks, so it has that classic look. But yeah, I don't then have a, you know, hundred whatever dollar saddle just sitting on a bike that I'm not riding that much. Is it Pearson's? I thought it just said. Yeah, it's just Persons. Yeah, they're made in India. It says genuine leather, and it is like I said, it's a thick piece of leather. It's not like it's not like it's total like thin uh, garbage. But yeah, let's see if that'll focus. Nope. Yeah, Persons. Wow, Pudgy. Random Brooks B69. I think person sounds even funnier. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I need to less than rocket science. I need to give him some cash when I see him next. He dropped it off at the bike shop for me. Farley said, just imagine what infinity pedals would be like. They only support your heel and toes. What's up, Tony? Have you ever seen saddles like this? I think Susan, the photographer who works here at the studio, she's who been talking about is about to retire. She was describing something like this when she was like, because she does tours with her husband, and they do like usually organized, where they're kind of organized, and you know where you're stopping each night. But she was describing someone riding something like this to me, and I didn't quite understand what she was talking about. And now that I'm seeing it, uh, I know what she means. I would love to try one of these out. To me, it's like hard to imagine how it would be comfortable, but yeah. Brooks 420 for a more recreational feel. Large likes all the Brooks leather saddles with the bee holes. Saddles again, huh? Oh, Large said Keith rides a similar saddle and swears by it. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a light on the maps episode. Seat bones are made for seating. It's in the Bible. Lots of money for a chafer. Yeah, let's why don't we take a look at the bike that I have set up over here? But my original plan kind of changed, and I'll explain why that is. But I'm also going to grab a beer. It's too early to go to a break. I'm just going to run to the fridge. It'll take 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, I have a brew kettle brought back out Black Raja, which is one of my has been one of my favorite beers. I can't now it won't focus. Whatever. Brew kettle's Black Raja, Ohio beer. So it doesn't taste as West Coast as I remember it usually tasting, but still good. Yeah, so I think I've talked about it. Oh, me and Funny Brad talked about it, but I was just cruising eBay for no reason, no need to be on there, and a Marin Team Marin was came up. I clicked on the listing. There was no size, no date. Um, the bike was just kind of taken apart, and it said it came with like you know various things, and but the price wasn't that expensive. And I've kind of wanted to do the trendy mountain bike to drop bar gravel bike conversion, but I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on something. And so I think with shipping, like I was in at a couple hundred. So I just put in the bid on the auction on the Marin was ending in like an hour and a half from when I saw it, and nobody had bid on it, which I was like, that could be a warning sign that it's not that nice of a bike, or it could be because this guy has listed no size or year or any real details. And I think that's what it is because now that I have the bike, it's actually a pretty nice bike and it's actually pretty big. I was trying to judge it by the, you know, head tube. Usually that's a good indicator of how big a bike is. So I put in the minimum bid and I told myself if the bid goes up at all, like at the last minute, I'm not doing it. I'm just going to only go minimum bid. And I actually won it. So let me get the camera over there and my mic over there. Disco, you're drinking a combustion brewing blueprint. Oh, I'm not familiar with them. Let's see. A little dark. Let's brighten this up. Maybe turn this angle. Oh yeah, there we go. So the purple's just coming from my light, obviously, but let's see if we could get some focus over here. Yeah, it's kind of like a gold metallic color, but it's how do you pronounce it again? Japanese steel, Taiwanese Tong Ultimate tubing, which is their top of the line. It's actually a pretty lightweight bike. I was super impressed with it. Yeah, obviously suspension forks. That was the only thing. That was one of the only things the guy wrote, that the suspension fork was pretty much needed work. But and I was kind of debating. I knew I wanted rigid. Uh, should I like be low so I'm in the frame, or just be totally out? How's this? Yeah, I knew I wanted to go rigid, and I saw. So Otis was telling me at Dirty River how in Yonda how Soma just put out suspension suspension corrected forks. But then I was browsing eBay again, and I think I found a new old stock original fork for this. So I was thinking of cleaning this up and dropping out the fork tonight, but now it says the shipping on that fork, which I just bought, will be here on Thursday. So I think I'll actually work on this bike on Thursday. I want to clean it up. I'm thinking I'm going to take off the decals. I'll zoom in here in a minute, but they're pretty rough shape. The bike's not in that bad a shape. Obviously, there's your typical scratches from an early 90s bike. I'm guessing this is about a 1991, but yeah, the bike is incredibly light. When you pick it up, like you could feel it like tilt from the suspension fork. And the original fork is 753 grams, or the one I bought for it, the new old stock one. So it's going to be a light bike. It also came with the saddle, which is actually amazingly feels like nothing too. It's titanium rail saddle, which I was surprised by. And then the bar and the bar ends, the bars and the bar ends, which are also super light. It actually says thermomechanical treatment, double butted. So I'm really, I just didn't know. I guess, I'm not huge into the mountain bike world, or especially vintage mountain bike world, but I'm just surprised with how light all the components and the bike frame itself is. And yeah, the stuff that's kind of cool, even the bottle cage he threw in there, that's Marin branded. And then he threw in one tire, and same thing, the tire is also, I'm not that I'm going to use this, but the tire actually is a Marin branded tire as well. So yeah, kind of cool. But now I think I'll actually save getting into the like working on it till Thursday, since I'll actually have the fork to put in it. I think I'll clean it up, maybe take off the decals and stuff like that. But I did want some advice from you guys on like stem choices, and I had a couple things pulled up that I'm thinking about. I'm wondering if it makes sense to get like, because you got an inch and an eighth. So I was wondering if it makes sense to get like one of those Velo Orange. They make the quill stem to, what do you call it, threadless converters. Because I was wondering if I'm going to need to test out different stems to get the handling with the drop bars right. So I was thinking if I just tried to find like a quill stem in that size on eBay, and then if the handling was really weird, I just wasted that money. So anyone who's done like, I don't, anyone who's done like the mountain bike conversion, you know, to drops, who would know about that, I'd be interested to hear it. And then I think also with the cantilevers, you need a way to, right? Because there's the notch up there. Oh, it's not in the frame, but as you can see, so the cable comes down, and I was wondering if that is an issue with, I've never set up cantilever brakes, so if I need to worry about a way to route the cable correctly for the cantilevers, but see what. Disco said the steel is called Tangi. Yeah. Thanks, Rick. Yeah, I was like, Pudgy said he would leave the decals. So like on the top here, like the team is almost totally gone. Um, the Marin here is peeling, but they sell. I can get these decals on eBay, as you guys probably know, and there's people who actually make really quality ones now. They're not just horrible like knockoffs. So I've seen that they have them. I don't think I would take the rear ones off. On the rear seat stays, these ones say afterburners, and on the other side it says double butted, but it's one piece. So those have held in. The oh, lost a. Come on, camera. The Tange one, yeah, I'd leave, and the other Marin one on the seat tube, I would definitely leave on there. It's a Ritchie headset, which is kind of cool. Yeah, still a U.S. made bike, obviously, but at that age, but what's up, Chris? Oh, did the decals look at? Oh, let me see. Muskrat said maybe 95. From my searching, I haven't. I've seen the 95s. I could find Marin catalogs from 93, 94, 95. The Team Marins weren't in this color in those years that I've seen, unless they had like, you know, not the main page of the catalog ones. That's why I'm guessing I couldn't find a 90 or a 91 Marin catalog. That's why that's the year I was guessing. Some of you guys who know more about mountain bikes, the Rock Shocks might help date it. The magnesium, is it 2-1 or 21 on those? I think it's 2-1, right? But that could probably be something that could help date it. I messaged the guy on Instagram who's the Marin guy, and I was like, I asked because he's just an expert. He just builds up vintage Marins, period correct. But he only responded with a thumbs up or a clapping thing, so that didn't help me at all. But you know, you never know when you reach out to somebody. So yeah, like abracadabra. Brad was saying, my legs are going to take these Team Marin. I'll leave the flag, obviously. That but yeah, my legs will take these decals off. So if I put them back on, I think I would just buy new ones. They're just not in nice enough shape. Like Marin here is not bad. Only the end is peeling. Uh, Team Marin's a little better on the other side, but I don't know. I was even thinking of putting my Camp and Go Slow decal here instead, but I don't think like Pudgy said, like there's not a ton of collectability. Even though it's a really nice bike, I think Dylan said weren't those cross country race bikes, and I think that is what these were. Um, but they're not super collectible right now, and not a ton of like besides it being a pretty really nice frame. I don't think there's like a this isn't like Antique Roadshow where I'm sanding down the that one piece of furniture from 1800s in New England or whatever, and I'm ruining the value. I mean, stuff always changes and comes back around, but I'm building this up to ride, and I'm not even building it up. My goal isn't even to build it up original, so you know. Okay, so Tony said, no, let me scroll back up before I lose everything on the chat. Well, I should make the chat bigger from over here. I don't need to see my mug. Uh, Tony said you're basically doing the same thing I did with the Diamondback. Uh, you need to make sure you get a cable hanger for the canny brakes if you're swapping out the stem. Yeah, I'm guessing they probably make something that you could just hang over there. And I'll need to check too because I have a bike that was a cross bike and I have cantilever brake parts. I don't know if they'll be compatible with this. I know nothing about the standards of cantilevers or like how many different sizes and stuff like that there were. But yeah, I know the hanger will be something I'll need. So Patrick said Origin 8 has a cool stem adapter that's pretty decent. Yeah, and I'm that's a debate. That's why I was kind of wanted to see what a few of you guys had to say about that. If it's worth going the adapter route or if I should just try and find something that works. Looks will be interested. Yeah, there's no bottom bracket. Didn't ship with the bottom bracket, but that won't be too much of an issue. And I'll pull this up in a minute. I was kind of looking at the Velo Orange cranksets and bottom brackets, which are really cool and I think would look really cool on this. But Toasted Rides. Chris says does some hacks on the stem. Yeah. Huh, I'll check that out. Yeah, this is just a standard. This should just be a standard threaded bottom bracket though, so I should be able to do whatever with that. So I shouldn't be too limited in what I do down there. Oh, so Tony said, yeah, you could get one that hangs in the for the cantilevers here, or one that goes over through the fender hole. What's up, Sean? Sean says, do the quill conversion. You'll need a cable hanger for the front brake. Huh. Yeah, because I was like, I'll check out the Origin 8s too. Looking at Velo Orange's website, their quill stem converters and their stems, like in the chrome, which I think I want to go. This black stem on here I think looks really out of. This is the original, obviously, really out of place and really ugly when everything else is, you know, chrome. So I definitely want. So something like Velo Orange would be cool. But yeah, I'll check out a couple other ones too. Oh, okay. So Tony said he used a quill stem when he first converted, and now he's using the Origin 8 quill stem to thread this adapter, so he can give me thoughts on both. Nice. And I'm not in a super, I don't need to order parts right now, so I want to take my time and build this up to be like something cool. But Jay Dandy said there's nothing to thread the stem adapter. Get the cheapest one. I definitely won't. I wouldn't go that route, Jay Dandy, because like Yonda was saying, and I was looking on eBay. There's some ones that are labeled like kids bikes and real junky stuff. But I think I might take a little bit, and I don't go overboard on this kind of stuff, but I might take a little bit looks into the equation in this bike as well. So, I definitely don't want to get something that's going to flake, like the finish is going to flake off right away and all that kind of stuff. But oh, so you guys are saying the magnesium fork is the 21, not the 2-1? I didn't realize I wasn't scrolled down on the. Oh, I missed Rusty's comment. Let me turn the camera back this way for a minute, or maybe zoom out so I could have both going on. Yeah, that's wider than it needs to be, huh? Yeah, could do it like this. Then if someone pops in, the bike's up here and it makes sense what we're talking about. What's this? Oh, stuck on the bike stand. Yeah, that's a little more reasonable, huh? Let me get my mouse. These conversations don't scroll very well on. I don't know why it jumps around like crazy. It's always one of my annoyances with the live streams. Pudge, you were saying that's because that's a Euro bike, which yeah, this bike shipped from Hungary. It took forever to get here. Not because of the guy who sent it. It got stuck in New York. It just said like forever. It was just showing stuck in New York, and the box looked beat to hell. I can't believe the bike wasn't damaged. I'm actually quite lucky. Um, but yeah, then it just showed up without the tracking showing anything that had never moved. Uh, but it still is an American bike. So I'm not sure that this is anything different than the U.S. one would be. But Disco said put helicopter tape over the decals. Yeah, like right now, touching it like this, like that's the end of the, you know, M and team. So the top ones are definitely not worth saving. I would be more worth buying them on eBay if I wanted to say Team Marin up there. Uh, I could do that to preserve the bottom ones, and I'm not against the idea like I said, I just don't know if there's enough value here to worry about saving the decals. I got it for $200, so you know, I have helicopter tape here too. I use it, all like on my bikes for like where the cables rub or where I put when I hang frame bags on my bike. I always use that kind of. It's like a clear tape, Rick, that kind of sticks on like decals, and it's just you'll see it. Like you probably have a bike that has something like it right here to protect the metal from the chain, but this one does. large, large that I think there's a threadless stem adapter factory in Eugene, Oregon. Pull up the map. Sean said cantilever brakes are great. All his bikes are from the 90s with cantilevers. Yeah, I've never, even my Trek mountain bike has, what do you call the side pole like style on mountain bikes? It has those style. So I've never used cantilevers. What is up, Rusty? I knew you were in here. That's why I scrolled back. Oh yeah, Dylan already answered the helicopter tape question. The hangers for cantilevers go under the headset nut. Yeah, yeah, that's definitely. No, appreciate the info. Definitely something I would be doing the research on too. I'd skipped. Dang it! Just if I get behind in the conversation and I try and scroll forward, it jumps all the way to the bottom. Then I'm scrolling back again. Tony said Otis told him the lower you can get your cable hanger, the less fork flop you'll get. How would that? Huh. Disco, you use the origin stem as well, or the adapter? Traveling dated a chick with fork flop. Yeah, I know I'm a little overexposed back here. The camera's set for me being over here, then turned up to show the bike, but the bike's the important part. This makes my skin look smooth. What about the Iron Team? Oh, Disco said Specialized makes different paint jobs for different markets. Maybe Marin did. Yeah, I guess I'd have to see if I could find a European Marin catalog. Uh, it's definitely possible. I mean, I can't discount it. V brakes. V brakes is what I was talking about on the other mountain bike brakes.
Pudgy pedal pusher super shattered $1.99. When I fart on a hard chair, it tickles my balls. Banana, banana.
Wow. Infinity fart. Yeah, how do you fart on an infinity saddle? Are you really in Columbus traveling through? Yonda says Tim doesn't have the patience for cannies, just use V brakes. Hmm. Super shaft. One of the things I don't know. I've never used cannies, so that makes me want to try them. Something different to play around with or experiment with. The other thing about, and I have read I read the Sheldon Brown article on cantilever brakes, and it does sound like there is a decent amount of setup to get them just right, and different ones are harder to set up than others. But I definitely like the looks of cantilevers better than V brakes. But did you guys not get the audio on that? I was able to hear it. I wonder why it didn't come through. Oh, it's on, but it's low. It must have just been too low. I have it cranked up now. Sorry, guys. I wish there was a way to replay it, but there's not. I've looked into it. Because, like I said, it's just a website that's pulling that through. Yeah, sorry, I'm a pine cone. I totally messed that up. Oh, Disco said he heard it. I think it probably, well, what happened is it played over my speakers, so anyone who's listening at a loud volume or with headphones in probably was able to catch it real light, but it didn't come through yeah, that's what it did. It played over my speakers, and it picked up in my mic a bit, but I had the volume way down. What are you doing in Columbus? Traveling through? Did you already answer that when I couldn't figure out what was going on with the chat? Yeah, let me go back over to the computer. I wanted to show you guys some of the components that I was also looking at for this bike. Possibly. They would be more expensive than stuff I normally buy, but, got a deal on the frame and the fork, so we get this camera readjusted. Hopefully touching that mic wasn't horrible. Oh yeah, Disco's wearing headphones. That makes total sense why you heard it then. Oh, it's still overexposed. Let me, darken it a bit. I don't have anything set on auto on this camera, so except the focus. Let's see. Sean said tech 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 tight CR720 cantilevers are reasonably priced and not that much to set them up. Oh, traveling through, you left Missouri this morning. Yeah, you should have made it all the way up here traveling through. You could have jumped on. Are you riding? Are you riding everywhere, or are you out in the school bus? Infinity shirt. Tektro. Okay, yeah. Gotcha. Let's see. Let's see if those. I'm looking in my drawers of parts to see if those cantilevers I have are in there. They're in one of these boxes. They have a box of everything that came off the vintage cyclocross bike. I'll get them out for Thursday. We could check it out. I could even play around with a little dry fitting just to get an idea if what I have would work before I bought something or if they're worthwhile. But everything that came off that bike was pretty decent. So, oh, Tony's got the Tektro CR 720s as well. Nice. Good call, Dylan. He didn't bike from Missouri to Columbus in one day. Yep. But you got some V brakes if I need them. Awesome. Yeah, I'll see. I'm gonna give it some thought. Paul Canty's would look neat too. What do they cost? Paul Canty's always look cool, but they're so expensive, I'm sure. Rusty said, Cassie says, Tim, stop pretending there are other things than farts being discussed right now. I think you guys got that under control, so.
Rick Urbanovsky super chatted $19.99. Fee yuck. It's 10 o'clock.
Jay Dandy, nice. Thanks, Rick, by the way. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, crank options too. That's where are we? Yeah, definitely heard that one. I got the volume up by then. Yeah, I was looking at some of these, some of the Velo Orange crank sets. They're obviously pricey, but I just think they would look so rad. Well, I love the Drillium, obviously. But Otis was talking about a couple of these. Um, I'm gonna get Paul clampers, by the way, for my rally eventually. I've been talking about it for a while, but I do want clampers for the rally because I hate the TRP spires. No matter what anyone says that they're good brakes, they're not good. TRP spires just constantly need to be adjusted. I think that's why Yonda is saying I don't have the patience for cantilever brakes because I do not have patience for TRP spires. But what do the Paul cantilevers cost? Yeah, it went. So yeah, the Velo Orange cranks. He said the Drillium looks sweet, and I'm going two by. You guys know that I'm not going Devil's Drivetrain. Um, see what else? Oh, yeah, all the different rings. What was the what did this one come? What were their size options?
Traveling through super chatted $19.99. Up Paul Canty or something.
Thanks, traveling through. Yeah, I don't know what it is. And someone said they changed spires at some time, Patrick. So Patrick said he's had no trouble with the spires, and I think wasn't Pudgy? Didn't you say they should be fine? But yeah, I don't have any luck with them. But mine are probably older. So mine are from a 2014. They're original to the bike. So maybe they're just an older version. Dylan said you could get vintage Paul Canties on eBay. Yeah, vintage are more expensive now. Yeah. So, anyways, I was looking at these for the cranks. Not cheap, obviously. But like I said, I'm not in that deep, and I'm kind of trying to build this as a real, like a bike I would probably ride a lot. So Yanda's got some old XT canties. Yanda says mine are worn out. Otis has rebuilt mine twice, so what are these? These are made for square taper bottom brackets, aren't they? I forgot. That's what I wanted to look at too. Oh, JIS square taper. Yeah. So I do have a bottom bracket on the. I don't know how the spindle length would work, but on the um, Schwinn Paramount. So I wonder if I could just clean that up and re-grease it and put it in there. Maybe Yonda might know the answer to that question, but they sell square taper bottom brackets themselves too, don't they? Yeah, French, Italian, and English. English, $40. Oh, Pudgy said he's putting Paul Neo retro brakes on the Fat Chance. Nice. Yeah, Yonda. Otis has taken those spires completely apart. Completely apart. Yes. It was at the old shop. Uh, Disco asked if I'm going to run toe clips too. I actually run cages on all my vintage road bikes, but I would probably just go flats. I would probably get I think I'd probably get a set of Deity Blade Runners for this. I have Blade Runners on the Raleigh in the just the chrome look, just the metal look, and I think that would probably be they would look good on this as well. And I like those pedals. I don't ride clipless, so but I don't want cages on this. This one of the things I like about this, I'd be able to put wider tires than I could put on any bike I have. I was thinking maybe the Renair's 55s. That's a little bit wide, so I don't know. I just like Renair's, and I think that's what they sell in 26. But I might look into other brands like some Gravel Kings or something like that. Just to, but I definitely like the I definitely want to get something with tan walls as well for this with its look. I just think it would look good. So Yonda said he's building shitty fat bike wheels and he can't type. Just imagine him yelling at the screen. Oh, I could imagine. 2.3 and 26. What? I always get confused because I think from the road bike world with millimeters, and I ask this all the time, but I always forget what the equivalents become and where they switch over. Renee Ayers, I know. Nobody says it. Everyone says Renee Hurst, so why should I? I know it's Ayers, but and isn't it actually like Ren Ayers? Yeah, but let's see what the I want to see what the Paul Clamper. I'm sure they're pricey. Cantilevers cost. Paul components. So they have a couple. The Neo Retros is what, but Based on the geometry of the famous Mafic tandem brake. Huh. They don't show you. So is that for one? Oh yeah, it is for one. 133 to 174, so I'm guessing that's based on the finish. Please note that all of our brakes are sold per wheel. Yeah, that's pricey. Yeah. Yeah, Sean said check your clearance. Widest he could fit on his 90s. Trek is 2.3. Yeah, and I think that is. I did read what the clearance on this bike was, and I can't remember now. Yeah. Pudgy said save some money and get some black cats. Oh yeah, clampers are the disc. I know that. Yeah, clampers would be for my rally, not for this bike. This bike would be where cantilevers would come into play. Neo Retro and Touring canties are their canties. Yeah, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, definitely need to check the clearance. Let me. I'd like to see those ones I have. I've never really paid much attention to them because I hadn't needed to. Trying to remember which one of these boxes has all my stuff from that bike.
Rusty Shackelford super chatted $5. Let Patrick tell his 24 hours of old Pueblo story next week. Aubergine, 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 aubergine.
Why did it pronounce eggplant like that? That's awesome, Rusty. Oh yeah, yeah, Patrick. If you wanted to come on next week and chat about your and tell the story, I'd be totally into that. We could pull up the pictures and everything. Yeah, just let me know. I want to do more guests, so we could talk about that and whatever else too. Aubergine, aubergine. Oh yeah, and then I do have. I don't want to run a 53, but I also do have the crankset off the Schwinn Paramount. So if I wanted to save a little bit money, I could just get some smaller rings for this, I believe, right? I don't see, and use this on the build. Oba Sheen is, is that Charlie Sheen's sister? Rusty killed the English, yeah, dude. Disco, you guys are on your way to chat right now to guest. Yeah, and you need to be more specific with your no. I couldn't use this on that bike. I couldn't put smaller rings on it. The bolts would be too wide for smaller rings. Crank bolts? Ha, gotcha. Oh, see, here's Pudgy with the explanation. 5 by 130 BCD is hard to find small rings for. Gotcha. And Muskrat said XT Canty's fine enough. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go the Pauls on this. You know, maybe that could be an upgrade down the road. Uh, well, If you guys keep super chatting like this, I might just buy the Pauls. But yeah, so yeah, I got you guys now. So yeah, that's one thing I'm not as familiar with because I'm usually swapping parts on vintage bikes. Yeah, and this one's ridiculous since the Paramount is a race, like more race oriented bike. A 53 is obviously a little ridiculous. 5339. I am not trying to uh, put that on a wide tired bike. Wide tired bike. I do have. Oh yeah, this came. We've looked at this before, but these are real nice and light. These are strong lights, and they're the other standard, right? It's a French crankset that was on that vintage cyclocross bike, but I wonder if that might be worth looking into. They're really nice cranks, but yeah, I'm not pretending like as always, I'm not pretending like that's why I'm asking you guys. I'm not pretending like I know all this stuff, and what will work together the best. But yeah, let me Sean says I need 5x110 BCD. Yeah, Muskrat said go cheap, try the ride, upgrade later. Yeah, not a bad idea on some of the stuff. I also don't like throwing good money after bad, as they say. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't mind going for the nicer crankset, but Dylan said no more showing parts. Yonda's gonna have an anxiety attack. Let me jump to the members video, take a leak, and I'm gonna see if I can find the cantilever brakes I have here, and then maybe Yonda could have a meltdown telling me why they wouldn't work on this bike. Yeah, let's do that. Be right back. I would just like to take this moment to thank the channel members whose names you see on the screen right now. Their financial support really does make it possible to continue to grow this channel. We will be back in a moment, so it's time to crack open another tea packet and start letting the F-bombs fly. Thanks, everyone. Whoops, here I am. So one thing I was thinking of saving money on the bike starting off would be is I have these, and I did find the brakes, which are actually, if they fit, might be the way to go. But so I've got a couple Shimano bar runs. Come on, give me that focus. Give it the pathless pedaled hand to see if that works. No, I already have a single speed. This is I'm trying to make this a total rideable bike, not a like I want to make this like, you know, pretty rideable. But and these also have the so you could turn it to friction or indexing. So I could just use them on friction for like if I wanted to put like, you know, modern like 11 speed or whatever this would fit. I guess that might it's steel though, just bend it. But yeah. So I was thinking of starting off with these and then maybe upgrading to nicer STI group set later. Obviously Shimano. But yeah, so the those Paul clampers said they were based on Mavic cannies, and I mean obviously I don't know the model, but Mavic cannies are exactly what I have. So the cables, give me a second, the cables are all stuck together. Here we go. Yeah, so I have some. We had the focus for a second. Let me get out of here. Oh, it's got my face. Come on. So I don't know. I guess is the only thing that matters to make them fit is that the size of that, you know, hole if they go on the posts or not. So as I've told this story by the way. Anyways, the reason I have like that strong like Treg set, these brakes, is my friend bought a vintage cyclocross bike on eBay. Uh, Part of the frame was bent. He, you know, complained to the guy he sold that complained, and the guy said just keep it and gave him his money back. So he gave it to me. I have the frame hanging on the wall. It's really cool. Really, and I've used the components for various builds. I have some of the parts on the single speed I build up, and then so I still have some of this stuff, and that's where it all came from. But hard just pronounced motherfuck. Tony said use those bad boys. Yeah, so there is no standard I have to worry about. These will just work provided everything's all good. Let's take a look, right? Yeah. Yeah, everything's in here, I believe. Oh, look. The standard might be different, right, on this, though, because this is from more of a cross bike, but there is a hanger in here.
Patrick Barabay super chatted $2. All your tuna are belong to us. Fish, sailboat.
Fish sailboat. Yeah, it's looking like everything is in here. There's some springs, some bolts. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Pudgy. I'm assuming Sean said $20 they slide right on. Um, Pudgy said that hanger might be 1 inch and I need a 1 1/8. I'm guessing that's probably not gonna. You're probably right about that. It won't work. Let's see if these slide on though. Well, this is a threaded headset. This bike does have a threaded headset. We'll go back. Brighten it up. Oh, wrong way. Wait, like that? No, like this. As mentioned, I know nothing about cantilever brakes. There we go. Wait, why is the logo upside down? Can't be right. The pad should be on the bottom, right? Hey, what's up, JB? This is a Marin Team Marin, early 90s mountain bike. Why does that not seem right to me? I need to look up. Oh. Oh, the pads are on top. I'm looking at I have the Paul Clamper photo up still. So it goes like. Oh yeah, I'm all set. These just need to be cleaned up. This is the way to go. How can I show this? Let's see. Yeah, we're in business with these, I think. Plus, I love getting more French stuff on my bike. I love that. Love that French stuff. I've got Mafic racers on a couple things. Yeah, I got both the fronts. This actually has the worn out French brake pads in it. Yep, made in California. Yeah, I've got my research cut out for me. I don't know what any of this stuff is. This might be other parts of the bike, or maybe not. Oh, one is to hang the cable from the seat collar, right? That's probably how it was on the cross bike, this part, I'm guessing. Would this have been what clamped your seat post and then hung the cable on that other bike? Yeah, damn it, had focus for a second. Oh well. Well, that's rad, and that's why I hang on to all this weird stuff, because you never know. So, like, again, let me turn down that exposure, excuse me. Yeah, you never know when stuff's going to come in handy. I thought these were all 1 1/8 back then. Yeah, early '90s mountain bikes should be 1 1/8, I believe. I think the fork I bought is too, so hopefully it is. But yeah, I thought that was the early '90s mountain bike kind of. Oh, because it's a suspension fork, so it would be 1 1/8. That's what Yonda was telling me. I spilled French stuff on my bike. Yeah, that's rad. That's kind of cool. I mean, obviously, you know, on the Paul Components website, it basically said that's what they were, modeling their brakes on. So, oh, Pudgy, you said not necessarily 1 1/8. I could show you guys the fork I got, anyways. I'll pull that up. Never know when you might want to hang on to a 1 inch weird thing. So, yeah, this is the fork that I have on the way. That should be here Thursday. So, make this a little bigger. I think I can. Yeah. Marin Rockstar, 753 grams. And it's new old stock also, or 730 grams. Yeah, new old stock, so it's never been ridden. Pudgy said Rockstar Meg and Quad 21s were readily available in 1 inch head tubes. Oh, gotcha. The floppy fork. Let me see if it says anything on there. Now, if I bought a fork that doesn't work, I'll resell it, but hopefully it's the right one. Tony was talking about my quality content. So, yeah, this guy had this. Where am I here? Sorry. This guy had this fork listed for uh, $200 with $50 in shipping. And he's in the US. I'm like, $50 in shipping? I only paid $100 to get the bike sent here from Hungary. But he had the make an offer option. And those Selma forks that uh, Dirty River had showed me, they only come in black, but they were decent and they're like about $200. So I was thinking that would be the route I would go. And then I found this, which I think is the same color, new old stock. I mean, if it's a little more silver, not the end of the world, but it's actually a lighter fork as well. So closer to the color, lighter fork. And so I told the guy, or he had to make the offer button. So I put in 150, thinking then, well, $50 rip off shipping, then it's only $200, and it's still about the same price as the Soma forks. And everything else I've seen has been like really heavy forks that would fit this bike, or really cheap ones that you find on eBay that they make for old suspension bikes. So I think for $200 for a fork that matches on this build is totally worth it. But yeah, Musgrave said it's like building a bike around a fork. Yeah, for sure. And then Pudgy said probably getting one of the Selma forks for the fat chance. Yeah, that's great. They're making those, and that's the route I was about to go. But then this guy accepting my offer of 150, I'm like, well, for this build, that's obviously makes total sense to get the fork that might actually match the colorway and everything. So, and a nice fork too. So like I said, I know I've already said it, but I'm just impressed with the like quality of this bike, like the build and all that. I just got lucky. I took the gamble on an eBay thing and it worked out. Instead of like one of those things where it goes the other way, where you buy something and you know, turned out to be garbage. Like this one seemed to work. So yeah, and the other thing, if like something about that fork didn't work, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna lose any money on selling it for what I paid. So JB said that's about the weight of a carbon fork. Is it titanium? I don't believe so. They did though make titanium Team Marins. I think it's just called the Team Marin Titanium, and it's the same bike as this. They even had one that almost looks the exact same color. Let me see where it says steel fork in the listing. Oh, I didn't have it on the screen. I had it on the screen earlier, right? Yeah. Steel fork. Yeah. Never used. Some sign because many years in stock. So unless he's wrong about that, but it does say like it actually puts the weight right on the fork, so they were definitely proud of that. Shipping cost included post office cost, package, and my time. Why? Why even put that? We know that you have to go to the post office, brah. Yeah, the Marin is 20. This is a 26-inch. Yeah. Yeah, this is a 20. Yeah, the wheels are 26 for sure. I think I'm going to put the spins on here now. Why wouldn't I? I mean, but Otis also has some 26-inch anodized velocities. Are they velocities? I think they are, right? Large? All those ones he bought from that other bike shop. And he's talked about building me a wheel set. Again, that would be something to do down the road. But oh, Disco, you said your new titanium fork will weigh more than that, huh? This is going to be, yeah, like I said, not a bad build, but I'll still always be carrying stuff on it, so the lightweightness of the bike will not be that much. It's just kind of cool that it's like that. But oh, you guys are saying put a Thompson Elite seat post on here, but again, the seat post that is on here is the original, and it's really light. You guys would be really. I wish you like everyone who comes over here remind me, and yeah, like Disco said, I think I had him grab the bike and he could feel how light it was and how all the weight was in the fork. But seriously, you'll just have to like. I mean, I know like Otis joked, of course, these bars weigh nothing, or maybe Yonda made the joke because they're so short for back then. But this stuff is surprisingly lightweight for a full steel '90s mountain bike. Like I've picked up a lot of bikes, it's impressive. Oh, did I not? Is this? I didn't finish this beer from before. No wonder I had to grab a new one. So they're not. Yeah, he has a bunch, Pudgy. You would be at no shortage. I think he has them in purple. He has a number of colors. So he would definitely sell you some. I mean, there's a bunch in the basement. Oh, got a new
Marks the
sub.
Bird is subscribed to the channel.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, I don't. I always talk about that. We've talked about weight stuff on this um, channel before. I don't have any scales here for stuff like this. I should get one, but did Large answer that question? I'm not seeing it. Yonda said spoke hole count options are shitty, Pudgy. Or shit, Pudgy. Yeah, Dylan. See you later, Dylan. Where did it say deep V's? Oh, Yonda said Australian deep V's. Now I see it. Gotcha. So the deep V's are heavy. Ah. I'll just make up for the weight. Yeah, I see it now. I just saw Yonda answer. But yeah, I could the weight will even out with the the lightness of the rest of the build. Sean said he thinks his 90s steel Trek weighs in around 23 pounds complete. God, that's impressive. I don't think my aluminum Trek from the early 2000s weighs in that light. I'll show the wheels in case anyone hadn't seen the one Pudgy got over here. I got to hit up Otis too about that that nuke proof hub for you as well, Pudgy. Maybe you could what did Lard said? A few aero heat rims too. Oh yeah, Patrick, you should weigh your Bridgestone single speed. That's probably got really nice tubing. Oh, 1 second. Yeah. Obviously not these tires, but these wheels with the Ren Airs. Reen Air would be sweet. So Yonda said high-end bikes in the 90s were very light. They were also death traps. Yeah, definitely. I have a truck that's 501 Reynolds tubing. It's definitely not. It's definitely not. I wouldn't think it's in the low 20s, but Sean, what were you? Wait, what was your last comment? Rhino lights. Yeah. Yeah, these are Pudgy's old hoops. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then as I've talked about on here before, like the vintage carbons are not even vintage. That stuff that was on, like I've had well, two carbon bits that I would never like. This SLK crankset broke on me, which I had on a it was like an 86 Schwinn, which is really nice Columbus SLX tubing, really lightweight bike. It's got the Bontrager Racelight wheels, but someone had put all this sketchy carbon on it. And one day I was riding with these, and all of a sudden my feet were next to each other. So I'm lucky I didn't get any trouble with that. But and then these carbon bars, which every single bike mechanic I know, including Yonda, Otis, Brent et al. Around, and who's that? The QBP rep for Dirty River. Can't remember his name, but pretty much everyone said if I keep riding these, or Yonda, the way Yonda put it, I would have to get a new smile eventually. So I took them off, but some sketchy stuff. So I've also been warned about the on my trainer right here. I have a Bontrager. It's one of those carbon wrap fork. My friend Stu told me that he had one of those that cracked on him. So oh, Pudgy said those FSA cranks. Yeah, once I didn't know anything about the cranks, those FSAs. So of course I was just riding it, and this bike I could feel these things, and I think it was the QBP rep who was saying they use separate pieces in here and attached them, and they're just super dangerous. But Disco, you want those 26-inch surfaces? Yeah, I do. You could you could have them. I was running those as my summer tires on my old Trek mountain bike, but I don't think I would. I don't think I really have a use for them. I mean, I wanted to get nicer tires for that when I thought I'd put these spins back on them, but building up this bike, I think I'll just leave the Trek being the winter bike and put the spins on this. But Pudgy, that's exactly what these are, the EC90s, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, Ron is who I was thinking of. Ron's the QBP rep. Q Quality Bicycle Product, QBP. Yeah. Oh, Sean, you have a carbon fork on that truck. Okay. Oh, Pudgy, you got a scar on your arm? JB loves the salsa cowbells. Yeah. Yeah, don't trust these bars. Yeah, I've been, like I said, I rode them for a while and then I was real sketched out about them. They do feel like nothing, but yeah. So, yeah, these surfaces have a ton of life in them. If you want them, I remember I bought them because I was mostly riding my Trek as it was my only bike when I bought them, my mountain bike, and I bought them because they have that constant ridge down the center, and I thought it'd be faster. But yeah, next time you're up this way, I'd give you those tires. I don't think I'm gonna use them for anything. I definitely want to put something different on the build. So where's my hmm, click that? Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to show up here. Where did I have that? Oh yeah, Tony. No, wrong screen. Oh, a couple drink picks that got dropped in while we were chatting about the bike. Lawson's Finest Liquids Hopzilla. That was Raymond's drink, double IPA. The Lawson's logo almost looks like the old convenience store chain. And then Tony had the Great Lakes IPA. Oh, Muskrat, you were saying don't ride the stock bars from this bike. Yeah, I'm going drop bars anyway, so it won't be a problem. I didn't know. Do people have a problem with those too? It makes sense. They're so light. I could imagine them breaking, like the walls being thin. And Yonda says they have the 26 Rene Airs in stock. Yeah. I should go up to Ray's and just be careful about where I go one day. Like, if you do make it up that way, Disco. So, Pudgy thinks old alloy bars are fine. So, yeah, like I said, these. Hmm, I mean, like I'm knowing nothing about the issue. I am, like I've mentioned, I'm surprised how light they are. So, but I'm sure it has a lot of markings on them. They probably wouldn't be that hard to look up and see if people have reported having problems with these specific ones, the Marin lights. But yeah, I thought I missed a couple comments in there. Oh yeah, we should plan a meetup. I won't be up to. I won't be able to get up to Rays this weekend. I already have plans Friday and Saturday. Said doing a little dinner thing on Saturday, and Friday we're doing our. We're gonna drink some beers and see if we could figure out how to sew some cycling caps, or at least get large. And Aaron's Aaron's sewing machine going. If you guys do go up that way, I might be able to meet up when you're either like if you're on your way up earlier in the afternoon or something like that. But yeah, my evenings are busy, and I'm shooting on Saturday afternoon now. I just picked up a photo shoot on Saturday in the mid afternoon. So yeah. Oh, disco dropped. Oh, the combustion. I did see you talked about where that was when I was resetting the camera over to the bike earlier. Yeah, we have talked about coming to Philly. We keep talking. Everyone keeps having in our group, in our broader local cycling like friends, acquaintances, whatever. Different trips we keep talking about. We've talked about going out to what is that called? Something Rocks. I can't remember. A place in Pennsylvania we've talked about. We've been talking about doing the Greenbrier Trail in West Virginia. So yeah, I need to get all my traveling together. But we have talked about going back out to Philly at some point. But yeah, hard to got to get all our plans together and what we're actually doing. Yeah, let me. Yeah, do it. Yeah, we could use the meetup page in Discord to plan some Discord meetups, and obviously, it doesn't matter if I could be there or not. Do it anyways. But let me see next weekend. Oh, next week, the weekend out, a week from Saturday is Road Apple Roubaix. So on the 5th, I'll be doing Road Apple. Looks like I'll be around on that Sunday though. Yeah, and after Road Apple, I'm working at the Akron Art Museum that night, shooting an event they have going on. I am gonna wrap up because, I don't. No one reads the descriptions on YouTube videos, but I have to. I have a portrait session early in the morning, and so I don't want to get carried away tonight because, well, when I have portrait sessions, this is for a board. People can sometimes be stiff, and so I have to have a lot of energy to try and motivate people to not stand there real grumpy like. So yeah, cut out. I think if that Marin fork comes in on uh, Thursday, might mess around with that and play around with maybe some other parts, maybe even clean it up. like I said, if I do decide, maybe I'll make the decision what I want to do. I definitely taking the Team Marin decals off. But yeah, just play around with that a little bit. Uh, Again, yeah, if anyone wants to do guest stuff, if Patrick, you did want to do a remote one and chat about your ride and anything else, that's cool. Any other members interested in doing some chats? Anyone local who wants to come by and bring a bike on, hit me up in the Discord or on Instagram. We should plan that. Um, One of the other things I was talking about, and we've talked about before, is I was talking about starting a news show, like a grab alt cycling news show. It's going to depend. I'm really slammed this week with work. I'm shooting portraits all day on Thursday as well, but I was hoping to get the first one up on Thursday. So as we've mentioned, if anyone wants to do like an opinion piece or some kind of talk about something for like 2 to 3 minutes that we could drop in there, hit me up about that too, and we could work that out. That basically be like, you record it, send it to me, I'll drop it in the video. And like I said, the idea is to put those out like leading into the live streams on Thursdays, and I want to do it every week. I want to start this week, but I'll just have to see if I could pull it off with how busy I am with work, because once I start it, I want to keep it going. But yeah, anyone who has any ideas for that, hit me up as well. Discord works best, but yeah. I'm laughing at all these comments. Defiance Arise bars, Muskrat. I will write that down so we could Google, because I'm not familiar with them. And we could look them up on Thursday. Defiance Arise bars. Yeah, I hope you're getting better, Tony. I missed all the stuff with you being hurt when I was gone, but Aaron and Large were telling me about it when we were riding the other day. So hopefully you heal up. What else do we got? Yeah, it's a light, not a lot of maps, or zero map episode, but, you know, we'll make up for it. We've had some map heavy episodes lately, so. All right, dudes. Yeah, I have nothing else planned. Try to get the news thing done, but if not, we'll still be live streaming on Thursday, and I had a planned video. Probably won't be out till Monday, so. All right. Yeah. I would just like to take this moment to thank the channel members whose names you see on the screen right now. Their financial support really does make it possible to continue to grow this channel. We will be back in a moment, so it's time to crack open another tea packet and start letting the F-bombs fly. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Cause
Yeah.
this is not
Fitzwater photo.